Hey everyone. So I wanted to come on here, and of course you saw a little short video I did on it, but I wanted to closely show you the newest Transformer that I got, the newest addition to my collection. And this is the collab, if you will. We've got to remind ourselves of that collab Transformers Tonkanator. Now you might be saying, well wait a minute, that just looks like a yellow version of Devastator. Didn't they used to have that? Yeah, they did. They used to have a green and yellow Devastator when it first came out, but the reason this is looked at as a collab and why this is called Tonkanator is it's part of the crossover line that Hasbro's been doing with a lot of other franchises. It's part of the collaboration line for 2022, as you can see the title right there. And they decided that they were going to take the reissued Constructicon set that they came out with about a year or two ago, repaint it, kind of repaint it a little bit, not that much of a remold, but slightly remold. And they decided not only to, like I say, kind of slightly remold it, but they also decided to repaint it and add the word Tonka on the side of the Constructicons. And the reason they did this, from what I understand, is it's to help celebrate the anniversary of Tonka itself. That's right, Tonka itself is celebrating an anniversary this year. I think that's what it is. So I'm gonna look here. Originally, this was supposed to come out at December 1st of this year. Basically, it's a collab, if you will. It's a collab, and it went for $104, the same at my job. But here's what's interesting. This was released early as a Target exclusive. In other words, basically what that means is there are places out there that will do exclusives where basically they will get the figure first. And then they'll be able to have it in their hands. Anybody that purchased it there will be able to have it in their hands before anybody else. So yeah, this is the Tonkanator, available. It says exclusive to Target with limited quantities available at HasbroPlus.com. So both basically HasbroPulse.com and Target are the only places that had this. And I know you look at this and you say, well, why didn't they just come up with something new? Why didn't they create something new and everything? Well, that's the thing about a lot of these collaborative issues of Transformer versions of iconic vehicles, like DeLorean, the X-Fighter from X-Men, and so on. And I think they're even trying to come up with other ideas. I think Knight Rider's in the works, maybe. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Ecto 1 from, well, of course, the Ecto, if you will, Ectotron, I should say, from Ecto 1. I have it right behind me. Like I said, the X-Fighter, the Maverick from Top Gun, the DeLorean. They've come up with some unique ideas. And most of those are kind of like remolds, kind of redesigns of already established Transformer figures that they brought out. They just kind of remolded them, touched them up, changed the face outlet a little bit, or the coloring, whatever the case may be, added a few accessories, and there you go. And this one was probably the most easiest one that they came up with, because all they had to do was, like I said, take the Constructicon set, the original reissued Constructicon set, repaint it, kind of slightly tweak it, put the Tonka name on the yellow, and instead of being a Decepticon, they turned it into an Autobot called the Tonkanator to go up against Devastator. Kind of like twin brothers going up against each other, if you know what I mean. And I think they kind of got the idea slightly from the episode where Devastator, mostly the Constructicons, I guess had the circuit scrambled and they went to the side of good for a bit before they changed back. I'm thinking that's where they got the idea to do this. And it's true, they could have came up with any other, way to help celebrate Tonka's anniversary. But they decided, you know what, let's go with Devastator and just repaint him, repackage him, tweak a few things here and there, and here you go. It's just basically the yellow Devastator repainted, slightly retweaked and remolded to be an Autobot and basically represent Tonka as the Tonkanator, if you will. So, yeah, originally priced as just like on Hasbro Pulse at my job, it's priced at $104 or $105, $104.99 basically, $104.99, just basically $105. But because we had these Black Friday deals, these early Black Friday deals already, and there's more to come obviously, they decided to select the Transformer toys that we have and reduce them by 20%. So basically, instead of getting this for $104, I got this mainly for $83.99. So basically $21 less, or $22 less than the original price. And I'm happy to have gotten it at the time I did, because, yeah, I was still going to get it even if it was in the hundreds. But I saw the opportunity of, hey, the advertising 20% off, I'm going to get it. I got a team member discount, which is 10%. I got a red card 5% discount. I'm going to go for it, and that's what I did. So I got this, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. There's no doubt about it. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, well, what's up with these collabs? Why are they doing this? Well, like I said, with Tonka basically, I think it's to help celebrate the anniversary. I think it's to help celebrate Tonka's anniversary, I believe. Let me see here. Let me see. It says here, this is from news.tfw2005.com in the crossover section. It says, Target updated the collector spot page with new images of the rumored Project Yellow. The figure is a collaboration with Tonka repainting G1 Decepticon Devastator as an Autobot Tonkanator. Now, I'm trying to think. I think it said something about an anniversary. But I'm not really sure. But I think that's what they said. They said something about they're doing this to help celebrate Tonka's anniversary, which is why they did the collab, and I'm kind of glad that they did. But like I said, it's not the first time they've done collabs before. As a matter of fact, this was the other collab, like I mentioned, that they did. This is Ecto 1, basically known as Ectotron, and it's a collab in 2019 between Transformers and Ghostbusters, and it was to help celebrate the 35th anniversary of both franchises, because both franchises debuted in 1984. And I did a video on this. I'll link it at the end here so you can check it out. But I was actually happy to get this. Everybody was happy when this came out, because they're like, Ecto 1 was like one of those figures that if you're going to do a Transformers collab with it, it's the perfect vehicle to do it with. Now, like I said, they've also done collabs, with other vehicle figures from other franchises, like X-Men with the X-Fighter, DeLorean with Back to the Future. I think, what else did they do? A Maverick from Top Gun and such. And I think they want to try to get Knight Rider into the mix as well. But they've also worked on other stuff as well. Going back to news.tfsw2005, this is what they've also done. Check this out. What they're doing. This is what they also did, or also will be doing, I should say. They have another collab coming out, which is Optimus Prime Ryu versus Megatron M Bison action figures. That's right. So what you got here, as I'm reading here, It says Optimus Prime and Megatron take the legendary rival to the competitive fighting video game Street Fighter 2. Both figures are triple changers. Optimus Prime's the Optimus Prime Ryu figure converts between robot, truck, and jet modes. Megatron and Bison between robot, tank, and jet mode. So yeah, so you got the only difference, like ground vehicle wise, is tank and truck. And, it says figures feature Deco inspired by classic characters from Street Fighter 2 video game. Comes with sword, blaster, fusion cannon, and 2 headmaster accessories that convert into larger toy heads. So that's pretty cool. They also got Autobot. They got Autobot, Hot Rod Ken, and Autobot RC action figures. Those will be Target exclusives along with the Ryu and M Bison. So it's a good time for me to be working at Target. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And they do show pictures of this. They show the Hot Rod Ken. They show the Chung-Li RC and the Headmasters. They show the Megatron M Bison and the Ryu Optimus Prime. So it is a good year, in my opinion, to be a Transformers fan and a Street Fighter fan, as well as a longtime fan of Tonka. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. So anyway, that's just something that they've been doing for a while, basically with these collabs. They've been taking a lot of these franchises and giving us, kind of what we would expect, kind of giving us what we want, if you will, to an extent. Now obviously, like I said, there's been talks of possibly doing Knight Rider. There have been talks of possibly doing other, vehicles and figures as well. But they don't just, here's the thing, they don't just stop with, transforming figures of iconic vehicles or even characters in the form of Street Fighter. No, they actually do a lot more. In fact, one of the other collabs they did wasn't even representing them. It wasn't even representing them. It was representing MLP. And of course, that was the collab they did with My Little Pony with My Little Prime. Now, My Little Pony has also done Mighty Morphin Pink Pony, and of course, the one for Ghostbusters as well, Plasma Mane. And I have 3 of them out of the 4 or 5 that are out there. The only one I'll probably never get is Dungeons and Dragons, because, like I said before, I live with my mom, and she is one of those people out there that's not fond of Dungeons and Dragons based on its previous reputation in the past, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, this was another collab they did, with another franchise. But like I said, it represented more of the My Little Pony than anything else. And of course, they did the crossover with My Little Pony, which was two separate stories, Friendship in Disguise and the Magic, and I think it's the Friendship in Disguise, that's what it is, and the Magic of Cybertron. That was the other one. And of course, to promote the DeLorean crossover and the Ghostbusters crossover, they did comics as well, through IDW. And what I like about it is it gives new life, new appreciation in life, to these to these figures, to these characters of not just Transformers but of other franchises as well. Some you don't even expect to happen. Some, I think even in the past I think they tried to do Star Wars at one time, and they might even go back to that. Who's to say, since Hasbro has a deal with Disney. So I wouldn't put it past them to want to do versions of, transforming crossover versions with Star Wars or Indiana Jones or even the Disney characters like Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and all that. I would not be surprised if they want to go and do that. But again, the opportunity is there for them to try. The opportunity is there for them to try and make that a reality. But That's up to them. That's up to them. But yeah, I just wanted to, overall though, like I said, I just wanted to come on here and show you the newest edition I got, which basically some might say is the most unexpected crossover for 2022. But this is just the first of many, because again, you got the Street Fighter ones coming in, during this year as well, with Chun-Li as RC, Ken as Hot Rod, Ryu as Optimus Prime, M. Bison Megatron, and who knows what else they have up their sleeve. But it'll be really interesting to see what they do. It'll be really interesting to see what they do. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are overall. How do you feel about these collab crossovers that Transformers has been doing with the likes of Ghostbusters, Tonka, Back to the Future, X-Men, what else was the other one? Maverick from Top Gun. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about all this? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, like the video, super chat, super stickers are open. And until next time, guys, and super thanks afterwards, after the premiere. You can find me at BW Roses Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora, and at patreon.com. So that's BW Roses, $1, $3 tier there. Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2, Cash App at BW Roses 98, Divanar at BVW1979, and you can check me at Vimo at BW Roses for content you can't get anywhere else, and at my Teespring store as well. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about these crossovers? Which crossovers would you like to see in the future that you feel are more realistic than others? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, like the video like I said, and until next time, I'm out.